Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Yeah, it's a grainy morning here. I'm looking at how things look here. Maybe I need more light. That's how I'm feeling today. Appears the assassins have failed. Yes. Whew. Hard night again. Bad night again for both of us. Nobody's feeling good in this house. In fact, I canceled tennis again today. That's how serious it's getting around here. Yeah. Going for all kinds of tests this morning and see if they can find out what's wrong with me. Oh, Indy, even not feeling good, you're here. Thank you. Um, Steven, you're stuck in the waiting room. You'll be here soon. I know you will. Up, Bailey's here. I see Bailey behind me. Awesome. I learned some very interesting things today. First of all, today is father-daughter take a walk day. And I thought to myself when I first read that, well, that sucks because my dad's dead. I can't take a walk with my dad. And then I realized, silly Sandy, of course you can. So I think I will. Yeah. He'll be with me. I can have some real good conversations with him and let him know what's going on lately and where I could use a little advice and then listen really hard and see if my pop is still there to kind of lead me in the right direction. So good. So good this morning. Okay, it's also chocolate day, which is not for me because I am not a chocolate fan. I am a vanilla all the way. Wait, where are they? I keep them here so I can remember that life is about choices. Chocolate or vanilla? I choose vanilla. That's it. Chocolate or vanilla because life is filled with choices. Yeah. It's also Tell the Truth Day. Do you remember that movie? Telling the truth when it's not asked for can be dangerous. It can be hurtful. Yeah. I had that conversation with some girlfriends just yesterday, sitting around having coffee after attempting tennis, but I only made it for like 40 minutes and then I had to go. But we were talking about just that. Somebody sat down and said something that was kind of rude. Yeah, it was kind of rude. It was her opinion about someone's house, and it was nasty. But it wasn't said in a nasty way. It was just kind of a hurtful thing to say. So we started talking about that, and somebody said, "Oh, she's so open. It's so delightful. She says what's on her mind." And I said, "No, there's a difference between being self-expressed and being rude. If someone asks me a question, then they can expect that I'm going to give them a truthful answer, whether it's nice or not. The delivery might be nice, but I will be totally honest, like, hey, do you think this looks good on me? I would honestly say, sorry you asked me, because honestly, no, I don't. I would not lie about it. I'm sorry. I that's not who I am. On the other hand, I wouldn't go up to somebody and say, whoa, why did you pick that this morning? That looks terrible. You get the idea? So yeah, it's Tell the Truth Day, but I'm going to go with not unsolicited, okay? Sometimes people don't want the truth. Sometimes they just want to tell you how happy they are. Listen, don't rain on their parade. That's all I'm saying. You want the truth? Ask me, because I will give you the truth for me, the truth as I see it. But I will not offer that truth unless you ask me. Okay, what does it say here? Oh, Stephen, we'll have to talk about that. I'm not coming until I arrive on the 21st. I'm going to Chicago on the 21st because it's my aunt's 92nd birthday. How cool is that, right? No, 91st birthday. 91st birthday. My aunt, my favorite aunt, turns 91 the day after my mother turns 98. Ugh, We made wedding plans yesterday, and I told her about it again. She's so excited, but re-excited every time I tell her, because in between my talking about it, she forgets that it's even happening. It's so cute. And now I'm working on all these fun things to do. And yeah, it's going to be kind of like, I don't want to call it a fake wedding because that sounds so ew. I would rather call it a rehearsal. It is. It's kind of a practice. You know, it's like the dress rehearsal. So it's not like you don't see the real show. It's just the dress rehearsal. Okay, so this would be the undressed rehearsal. We're not doing it naked, but we're not doing it like formal either. Yes, the truth can be great and devastating. You are absolutely right. It feels good to tell the truth, but it does not feel good to tell a painful, unsolicited truth. It doesn't mean you never should, but you need to be really careful. What else? It is National Macaroni Day. Oh my God. Mac and cheese. Is that like not the ultimate comfort food? Seriously, mac and cheese. Even if it makes you sick, it's the ultimate comfort food. Indy made this thing the other night that was mac and cheese, and we called it homemade hamburger helper. He devised this whole recipe to make this creamy cheese sauce to go with chunks of ground beef and onion and macaroni, and oh my God, it was delicious. It was also the meal we had before we both got sick. So I'm just saying, Indy, I'm not sure about that sauce. Tastes great, but you'll notice neither one of us had it as leftovers yet, because I think we're both afraid of it right now. But it tasted so good. So good, so good. What does that say? Oh, I wish I could read without glasses. Grand rehearsal. Oh, I like that too. Oh, I do like that. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, what else? Oh, but most important of all, we're going to cover this later because it's the word art for today. It's all about forgiveness. So be thinking forgiveness. We'll come back to it. Happy birthday to Marc Chagall. Ugh. Those gorgeous stained glass windows that he painted. My parents had like copies of all the windows framed, and that was what went down the hallway at their house when I was growing up. The Marc Chagall stained glass windows. So colorful, so beautiful. Happy birthday, Mark. Also, in 1980, Michelle Kwan was born. I don't know if you remember Michelle Kwan. It's been a little while now, but she was an Olympic skater, 2-time Olympic medalist, 5-time world champion, and 9-time US champion skater. And why do I care? Because she was from my hometown. Well, not Skokie, Illinois, but she was from Torrance, California. And I believe she went to the same high school as my kids. Pretty cool, huh? I'm not sure she went to high school there. She lived there then, but she might have gone to private school. I'm not sure. Anyway, Michelle Kwan, local South Bay girl. Those of you who are from the South Bay of California, you know who Michelle Kwan is, because it was such a big deal when we had a local kid in the Olympics. It was often awesome. Opa, thank you. I'm going to read that now, even though we're not talking about it yet, because it's probably my favorite forgiveness quote. And that is, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Seriously, best quote ever. Okay, back to mac and cheese for just a minute here. Steven says his youngest daughter grew up eating only macaroni and cheese. And now his middle daughter's youngest only eats macaroni and cheese. What is it about macaroni and cheese that kids like so much? I don't know. But I still have whatever that curse is. I don't make it very often because it is almost impossible to stop eating it. Yeah, I've watched my grandson. He can't stop. It's like It's like something in that combination, just, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's like a drug. I don't know. Oh, it's nasty. Nasty good. Speaking of nasty good, if you remember correctly, I told you yesterday that it was National Fried Chicken Day. Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I did it. I went and had Colonel Sanders. I picked it up after my doctor's appointment, which was like 5:30 at night. So it was just in time. I stopped at the Colonel, brought home the good stuff. Oh, dinner was so delicious and so easy to clean up. Yeah, that was it. Okay, what else? Okay, you know what? This is so important to me. Today is also the birthday of, let's see, when was he born? 1907. Robert Heinlein. Robert Heinlein, probably my favorite. Is that fair? He's right up there with my top 3 anyway, authors of all times. I say I'm not a big fan of science fiction, but I guess I must be, because starting in the 60s, I started reading science fiction. I got hooked on it. Robert Heinlein, he is the king. If you read nothing else, go grab something by Robert Heinlein, Heinlein. Science fiction, Stranger in a Strange Land. So I don't remember the names of all the books, just that I couldn't get enough. And then about a year ago, I realized that he had some books on tape too. So I started picking up the CDs of his books and listening to them in the car, and then listening to more science fiction. And for probably 6 months, I listened to just science fiction in the car. Nobody comes close to him. I know. There's Twilight Zone and stuff like that. Yeah, it's great. Robert Heinlein is amazing. So what did I love about him so much? I couldn't have told you before today. But today I went on, I wrote it down because I want you to go there, because it was just too much for me to copy and share. On WikiQuote, go to look up Robert A. Heinlein on WikiQuotes. They take each of his books by chapter and pull out like great quotes. Every book is packed with such amazingly, beautifully worded quotes. No wonder I loved him so much. The guy is like a word master, and he told the truth as he saw it, which totally resonated with me. Yeah. Robert A. Heinlein. Did I spend too much time on one guy? I can't help it. I really, really love this guy. His writing is just, Start with Stranger in a Strange World. It was one of my favorites. But they're all amazing. They're all amazing. Robert Heinlein. Also, Ringo Starr. I mean, come on. What was that quote? It was attributed to one of the Beatles, but apparently it really wasn't one of the Beatles who said it. But the quote was, "No, Ringo is not the greatest drummer in the world. In fact, he's not even the greatest drummer in the Beatles." Great line. Great line. But you could listen to Ringo and his all-star band. I saw them in person a few times. They're wonderful. They're such fun. And I missed seeing all the Beatles together in person, and I really, really regret that. But I have seen Sir Paul and I have seen Ringo. I think it's a little late to see the other two. 1927, happy birthday to Doc Severinsen. You do remember Doc Severinsen from the Johnny Carson show, right? Great band leader, trumpet player. And I do not have a close encounter of the first kind, but I do have a close encounter of the second kind, because when Indy was a kid, he played trumpet in the school band, and the band leader was friends with Doc Severinsen. So Doc came and did a concert with the kids, did a clinic with the trumpet players, and Indy, I guess, had just gotten a new trumpet that was like Doc Severinsen's, and apparently he grabbed it and started playing Indy's trumpet. Yeah. Hey, kid, this is the way it's supposed to sound. Doc Severinson. Awesome. And he was funny too. Okay, but there are two things that this is the anniversary of that are going to make your day. You know the saying, that's the best thing since sliced bread, right? Well, today is the anniversary of sliced bread. No kidding. In Chillicothe, Missouri, on this day in 1928, it was the first time you could get pre-sliced bread. To me, getting pre-sliced bread was right up there with buying water in a bottle, but it worked. So 1928, that was the start of sliced bread. Why, I haven't seen anything that great since sliced bread. Okay, that was one. And here's the other one. In 1946, Jimmy Carter married Rosalind Smith. And today, our former president and first lady are alive and kicking and celebrating their 75th wedding anniversary. They said it's based on teamwork. 75 years together. I don't know about you guys, but even if I totaled up all my relationships, I don't think I could come up with 75 years. But hey, congratulations. They're still doing it. Indy said there was a special on TV, an interview with the groom, and it's just beautiful. So I want to see if I can catch it today before the event is over. So check it out. Look on TV. There was some kind of special broadcast. Maybe it's even on the internet now, with Jimmy Carter talking about 75 years of marriage. Wow. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Okay. I want to start here. He must be 106 years old. I don't know, but he is old. Henderson? I'm confused. Henderson what? I'm not sure. I am old enough to remember Skitch Henderson, bad spelling. It is Henderson. Yes, he was another guy. He was another guy, right? Oh, you made homemade mac and cheese, Opa? See, it's good that we talked about mac and cheese. Look at all the good memories this is bringing about. I'm not going to lie. For me, it was Kraft macaroni and cheese in a box. And now it's Annie's because my daughter told me years ago that Annie's is healthier. So it's all my grandson will eat. So I buy Annie's. And besides, now you can get all different kinds of cheeses and all different shapes of macaroni. And it's kind of fun, don't you think? Mac and cheese. Yay, mac and cheese. Okay. This is a serious part of this morning. You might want to just sit down, put your coffee down for a minute, and just get this. I've done this a couple of times before where I've stood up in a room filled with people. And honestly, not a dry eye. Some of you have been hurt. You've been bullied. You've been insulted, disappointed, angered. Somebody did you wrong. I get it. And I'm sorry. On behalf of every girl who ever put you down, every boy who ever dumped you, every friend who disappointed you, every time life and the people in it hurt you, I am truly sorry. I get it. And I apologize on behalf of those people. I am sorry. Please forgive. It is National Forgiveness Day. The word art today has to do with forgiveness. It's very hard to forgive when you're not told by the person who hurt you, I'm sorry. But don't wait for that. Don't wait. Because holding anger and hostility and hurt and pain in your heart does nothing to them. Nothing. Who it hurts is you. Forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself. All being angry and staying angry and spiteful hurts is you. Nobody else is affected by what's in your heart. Not that way. Give yourself the gift of forgiveness. It's such a great gift to get. And while you're forgiving all those other people, in honor of National Forgiveness Day, take a moment to forgive yourself. Yeah, forgive yourself for all those things that you think are so awful. Some of them might have been. And you did it and it's over. Don't do it again. Clean it up. But forgive yourself and forgive them. I forgive me and I forgive you. Now you try that on. Yeah. Get out there and be forgiving today. Okay, what does it say? Yes, it's also hard when you don't know what you are forgiving. Yes, it is. But deep down in your heart, you really do know. So just be with it. Think about it and talk about it when you take that walk with your father today. Dead or alive, Daddy and I are going for a walk. I'm not going to do that, though, until I have a sip and a smile. Today is going to be a good day. I'm going to get lots of tests and find out what's wrong with my leg and my hip and my head and my breathing. I'm falling apart here, folks. But I have no complaints, really, because, basically, I'm incredibly healthy. Okay. Thank you, Stephen. He says, it seems like we can forgive one another, but not forgive people not like us. Nobody is really like us. We are all the same and we are all different. If there's anything to forgive about people being different, it's to forgive ourselves for not realizing that we are all different, that we all have different points of view. Come on. I think I said to you, and Stephen, you were part of that conversation on what do I say, what do I do? I am still learning every day that for every person there is on this planet, there is a different point of view. They stand in a different place with a different history and a different way of living. Everybody has a different point of view. Yeah. Okay, that's it. No more soapboxes today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you, love you, love you.